So this video is a follow-up and clarification of the requirements for the Flat Earth Challenge. It seems that we've had quite a lot of interest in the challenge with almost 1,500 comments posted, but I spelled out the criteria to win the drone very clearly in the original challenge. It must be a physical model. A physical model is something that you can touch, something that is physical, and it must have a real light source. Okay, so something like that is a real light source. There's no point just making a video showing time and date on the equinox and calling it an entry, because it's a completely non-valid entry. It does not even satisfy 1/4 of the challenge requirements, and it's not a physical model. Similarly, there's no point just showing me a video made using Google Earth, because again, we don't have the physical model and we need to address the equatorial mounts and how they work. So if you're going to enter this challenge, please watch the video again and make sure that you cover the physical model aspect and address every point in the challenge. Anything else is just a waste of your time. It seems to be quite the norm now with flat earthers coming to my channels, and I don't mean every single one of them, but certainly the majority just seem to want to come to my channel to post insults. Now, that's really not going to achieve anything. I don't get offended by it. It doesn't worry me at all. It really just boosts my channel statistics. But just remember that if you're posting a comment on this video, that insults are never going to win you a drone. Okay, there's just no point. It really just makes Flat Earth look bad. I don't get offended by insults. And when a flat earther comes to my channel and just posts rude and offensive comments, it just makes Flat Earth look bad. So think about that, guys. Now remember, this contest must use a physical model with a real light source, and it must address all the points in the challenge. So let's take a look now at the prize that is being offered. So I'm currently in Tucson, Arizona, and I come to the USA in December every year. And I made a deal with my middle daughter. She was my youngest daughter for many years, but she's now the middle daughter, that if she got good grades at school in her report card, that I would buy her the white Mavic Pro drone for Christmas. Now, she did quite well. She got A's on basically everything except history, where she got a B, and that's okay because I didn't particularly like history at school either. So as far as I'm concerned, she earned it. I was up at the Apple store this afternoon and they had one of these in stock, so I picked it up for her. So we're now going to do an unboxing just to show you what comes in the Mavic Pro kit. And this is the prize that the winner of my Flat Earth Challenge will receive. Now, this is the first time I've opened the box. I've taken the stickers off, but here it is. That's the Mavic Pro, the white limited edition Alpine white version. Okay, we get spare batteries and we get the white remote controller, so that's pretty cool. Okay, it's a bit tricky to try and get that out with one hand, so I'll stop the video there, I'll pull it out, I'll set it up, and we'll take another look at it. So here's the white Mavic Pro out of the box with the arms extended, and this is the white controller. I did try to make a video of the arms being extended, but it was just a little difficult and clumsy using one hand, so I decided not to do that. Now when you get this unit, there are a number of plastic protective covers that you need to peel off. These forward sensors, that's part of the collision avoidance system. You just need to peel off the plastic covers there, and on each arm there are also several stickers that you need to peel off, and there was one on the back as well. So just make sure you get all those. There's also one on the gimbal. If you buy one of these units, you need to pull that off before you use it. Now if you turn the unit upside down, you'll see that this rubber protective sleeve just comes off easily. Then we have a clear plastic gimbal protector. Now you can fly with that, but I found that if the drone is facing towards the sun, then you get a lot of strange reflection. So I always fly with it removed. And then the other thing to remember is you must remove this gimbal support. before powering up the drone, because the gimbal has to go through a self-test process, so you must remove that. That's used, you need to put it back in when you're transporting the drone. It just stops the gimbal from flailing around too much. It's quite fragile, and this protects it when it's being transported. On the bottom you can see the vision sensors. This is ground sensing, a vision positioning system which allows it to fly accurately indoors when it has no GPS coverage. So what I'll do now is just charge the batteries, update the firmware, and take it for a test fly for my daughter. So this is the prize, guys. Okay, there's no point coming to my channel and posting insults. If you want to win yourself a Mavic Pro, get to work on that physical model, because if you don't achieve it by the 21st of March, the contest will be opened up to the globe model, and then for sure somebody will win, because it's very easy to demonstrate all the criteria of my challenge on a globe model. So the next part of the video is just a series of clips taken from different flights over the last month, and looking at vapor trails from the air, what they look like. The vapor trail in this one was on a Qantas aircraft when we were heading across from Sydney to Perth, and we were significantly higher than the Qantas aircraft, as you can see. Now, in the USA, just the other day, we saw this one, and we were at 41,000 feet, and this vapor trail was 2,000 feet above us, and you can see that the trail does not even start at the aircraft. It's about one aircraft length behind, because all it is water vapor that is freezing into ice crystals. You can see it's not actually coming out of the aircraft as a visible trail. Okay, it's only when the hot air coming out of the jet engine meets the sub-zero temperatures of the high altitude that the water vapor changes to ice crystals, and that is what we are seeing here. So this part of the video is just as we were approaching Los Angeles. You can see very clearly from 43,000 feet the detail on the runway at LAX, and also down at Long Beach. And then we turned left and headed up towards Denver, Colorado, flying right over Las Vegas, and again you can see the detail quite clearly. Now, I'm using an iPhone 7. Just before I started this trip, I bought my wife the new iPhone X, and she handed me down her iPhone 7, so that's the only way I can get some technology upgrades, is to buy the wife some new toys and I get the leftovers. But one of the great things about this camera is it has two cameras in the phone, and it allows me to zoom in a lot more than I could with my old iPhone 6. So you see a lot better detail in this video. This thing is going to look great with NASA stickers. We'll be overhead Los Angeles soon, and I'm ready to drop some chemtrails on my good friend Jeren. Might calm the boy down a bit.